I don't think he can go fast here. Let's try to race him. Adrian, hold on. Oh, there goes the police. I gotta say, I like the 32. I've only done the 27 with twin 200s, and I think that was a little bit underpowered. But definitely with the 350s, I think this is a good combination. I mean, there we reached what, 40 miles an hour, and I wasn't even going full speed. Okay, so we're trying something a little bit different today. It is very rough outside, so we decided to take the long way down to Miami. And while we have Giuseppe over here, we're trying something a little bit different. We wanna have more of a face-to-face conversation, talk a little bit about not just us, but the boats in general, the boat life down here in Fort Lauderdale, Miami. And obviously, if this goes well, not only just to have friends on board, but be able to reach out to manufacturers, people of the industry, and talk a little bit more about, again, not just the boats, but boating in general and basically the lifestyle. So yeah, hopefully if you guys like this, let us know, and we'll be sure to bring more of this to you. And if you have any conversation topics or anything that you'd like us to discuss in those videos, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll be sure to address them.
Growing up, you always liked boats, but how'd you really get into the industry?
Honestly, man, it's a good question. So, oh, there goes the police. Yeah, see, they go with yeah. Bro, so growing up, my family had a boat. You know, I'm from Venezuela, and down there the beach scene is very popular. It's not really the same as it is up here. You have more geography, more islands, more. It's you can't really compare both. But it was consisted of every weekend we would go down to the beach. My father had a 21-foot, basically a replica of a Mako. It's a boat that they made down there. Center console.
Different type of boating lifestyles.
Yeah, very different. And then over here, well, you know, we went to school together.
Yep.
Graduated. You know, I bounced a little bit. I went to Boston first. Didn't do good with the cold. I went down to FSU, and then back here in Miami. And being down here, obviously, while trying to graduate, I found a job at a restaurant. Flipping burgers, but not really burgers. Arepas, Budare Bistro, check them out. And from there, it was what, 3 years, and I wanted to change. And so I sat down with my brother, and we started looking for options. And thankfully, he kind of guided me into the right position as to where to go. And at the time, we knew the CFO of Nautical Ventures, and she put in a good word for me. We gave my resume into my boss currently. I went in and I started in the tenders, the inflatables. I was a little bit skeptical at first, given the salary. You know this. The salary it's low, so it's a commission-based job. So you sell what you earn, what you sell, basically.
Yep.
And here we are, man. It's been a little bit over a year, and
Enjoying yourself.
it's a Saturday. We're driving a boat, shooting videos.
So boat sales must have been really different from all your previous experiences. What do you think are some like?
Totally, man. I was not expecting this job to be the way it is. I pretty much 40% I'm in the office and 60% I'm outside the office, which is great because I'm always on the go. I can't sit all day behind the desk.
And I know you love the outdoors. So
yeah, no, and I can't sit all day behind the desk. It's impossible. And yeah, you know, I'm a gearhead, so I live for this, bro. This is pretty cool. And obviously we're just getting started, so there's you know, sky's the limit as to how far we can go. But for now, bro, Nautical Ventures is home. They've given me this opportunity. We're obviously growing together. So not only are these videos and everything that we're doing in terms of the marketing aspect good for us, but it's great for them because now we're creating this tool where obviously the goal is to try to review all the boats that we sell.
Right.
And make a good video on it. That way, whenever the salesperson is trying to close on a deal, we're able to, you know, send this out to the customer and not only just show them the specs of the boat, but show them the experience lifestyle, which is what we're doing, which is why primarily you guys are here. When, you know, right now it's just us three, but you know, we're picking up some friends later. Right. But it's to try to sell that exact boat that they're trying to buy, and so that they can picture it already in their minds of what it looks like in terms of the way that they're going to be using the boat. So the next step being here in Florida is obviously the Bahamas trip, because a lot of these customers that are buying these twin engine boats, either like this or even an Axopar with a console, most of them, they want to do the Bimini run, because let's face it, the Bimini run, it's 50 miles from Fort Lauderdale. Right. So it's pretty much the same as going down all the way to Elliott Key from Fort Lauderdale. So the only thing is that you're crossing the ocean.
What are some considerations you have to take into account when buying a boat to go to the Bahamas?
When going to the Bahamas, I mean, honestly, dude, you could do it with a jet ski. It's just being prepared, knowing that the boat is up to date, knowing that all your paperwork is up to date, because you are going to have to do immigration when you get there. I've only done the Bahamas, the Bimini run twice. I haven't done it on my own yet, so it's always been with the captain and friends that invite us, basically. So we're still on the process of being able to go on our own, but we're going to. We have, so one of the plans, we have a customer taking delivery of their boat for Turks and Caicos next year. Wow. And then we also have another one in Nassau. So that's going to be a boat delivery. So we're trying to schedule it in, see if we can both head out and try to do
a little trip to the Bahamas.
A little trip to the Bahamas and obviously get the whole video and everything. So you've been to some places. You previously sent us a video of running a Midnight Express down in St. Thomas. How was that?
It was a great time. You know, I sent you that video from the Virgin Islands, from St. John.
St. John's.
And yeah, we had a little fun day trip on
what boat was it?
Midnight Express. I think it was a 42.
A 43?
A 43.
With quad 450s or 5?
Quad 450s.
Quad 450s.
It's an amazing boat.
Fast?
Very fast.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a great time. But my background in boating comes more a little bit on not the power side, but a little bit more on the sail side from Peru. We do a lot of sailing, and that's what I grew up with. But now here in Miami, we've been going out, having a little bit of fun on center consoles and some power boats. I've been enjoying the different areas in Miami. What type of areas or what good locations do you like here in Miami?
I mean, you've probably been to all of them with me. We've done, we like the Fort Lauderdale River a lot. Yep. It's, in my opinion, a lot cleaner than the one in Miami. Yep. But for the most part, we are heading down to Miami. So clearly the sandbar scene is pretty much down there. You have some of the islands over there. Right now we're going to pass by Haulover. It's a very, very popular spot. I don't know if it's going to be that crowded today given the weather conditions, but we'll see. And then obviously you have the Key Biscayne Bay, which is massive. You have Nixon all the way down. You have a few little spots around Fisher Island. You can go all the way down to Elliott Key. And you also have Foley Rocks Lighthouse, which we are yet to do a trip over there. Probably on a nicer day, not like today. It's very rough today. It wouldn't be a good time. But basically to be able to bring out the snorkeling gear, because have you seen that area? You've seen that lighthouse all the way? It's like 6 miles away from Key Biscayne.
I've seen it in pictures, but I've never been. I think it would definitely be a very fun day trip.
Okay.
What about the coral reefs outside of Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, we've been over there. Yeah. I think, we picked you up on the Axopar the other day over there. Yeah, you swam over. Yeah. So we both know Miami.
Yes.
But Miami by water and Miami by land are two different things completely. Would you agree?
I would agree.
Okay.
Lot less traffic on the boat.
But it does take us 2 hours to get from Fort Lauderdale down to Miami via the intercoastal.
Yep.
You only get like 4 different sections where you can actually go fast. So we're making good use of it, but yeah, it's not the same. If you go down through the outside, you're going to be doing it less than 45 minutes, which is your typical commute. But definitely I think the best part about the boating scene in Miami is the fact that you have so much, not only real estate, but restaurants and places that you can just
yeah.
come, like the Wharf, like
Right.
Kiki on the River, Sea Spice, all these places that you can head dock up and basically, you know, arrive by boat instead of arriving by water. So it definitely changes it up a little bit.
Yep.
More and more nowadays, you're seeing a lot more charters in the Miami area because they're getting so popular, man. I mean, just everybody's wanting to see Miami by water, not just land, because it's completely different.
And I know, you know, Miami's been coming more to life, but you started during the middle of the pandemic. So how has that been for you? How has it changed?
I started in the middle of the pandemic, but it wasn't the beginning of the pandemic. So Nautical Ventures had already been through the, oh shit, what are we gonna, like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? Like, this is different. You know, everybody had that fear. Nobody knew what was gonna happen.
Yep.
And obviously the first thing that you would have assumed that was gonna go was the boating industry, because, you know, it's a pandemic. We can't be worrying about who's gonna go out boating.
Right.
Hey man, clearly we were proven wrong. It's been our best year yet. Record sales. Again, everybody decided to be out on the water. It's when all this social distancing came into place, it's like, okay, you're putting regulations and restrictions on where I can be in land, but you can't put restrictions on where I can be in the water. Like if I have my own boat and I want to be able to take it out, I don't have to worry about wearing a mask or anything like that. So not only that, but I guess it was pretty much only that, yeah. Yeah, man, everybody decided to buy boats. It's been crazy. There's a huge shortage right now of engines, parts, manufacturers that are struggling to be able to deliver the boats on dates. You have no idea how many boats we've had to do. It's not us. It's obviously, we understand it's not the manufacturer also, but it's a mix of everything. So a lot of issues meeting delivery dates because of, again, delays on engines, delays on parts, but it's slowly getting better. Right now, there was a few months, so May I think was the month this year where we had very low inventory, meaning our lot was pretty much empty.
Right.
Now it started to pick back up, and we're getting more and more into the used boat market.
Oh, wow.
Given that all these new boats that were sold, you know, a lot of people, some are realizing that, look, having a boat is not it's not cheap. It's an expensive hobby. You got to maintain the boat. A boat is like buying not real estate, but you're getting up into those numbers. I mean, right now we're on a $300,000 boat, and over there we have a $50,000 pontoon probably, and then you have a $400,000 Axopar. And obviously you can go all the way up to the $1 million yachts. So there will be, in what I think is going to happen, 2023 is going to, sorry, 2022, there is going to be a huge demand for used boats. So right now we're in a seller's market, but I truly think that 2022 is going to be a buyer's market. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, I'm wrong, but I definitely expect to see some changes in 2022 in the boating industry.
So you sold a lot of boats during the pandemic, but what have been some of the best brands or some of the best models that you sold?
So I can say that I sold anywhere from a $2,000 tender all the way up to an $800,000 D Antonio.
Wow.
Still not yet at the $1 million boat. We're getting close. Obviously, the only $1 million boats that we have right now are going to be the D50, the new D Antonio with the jacuzzi up front. That's a cool one. We're getting the new Windy, the SR44 with the twin 600 Mercuries. So that's going to be a good video. I've already tested the 600s over at the Mercury launch. Axopar just released their new 45. So that's not going to be that's not going to be over the $1 million boat. I think it's going to be anywhere between 600,000 to 700,000 given the pricing of the 37 and the 28. Again, we won't know anything until Dusseldorf in January. So I'm excited to go over to that show, and we're going to be able to see the 45 launch, and we're going to be able to see the 25 crossbow as well. But yeah, some of the different brands, like, you know, we specialize primarily in the European models.
Yep.
Because of the fact that the American brands are already incorporated into those dealers like Marine Max, so they've already established where they're going to be, and we try to expand and be a little bit different. And I mean, dude, the boating market in Europe, it's insane. It's completely different than what it is here, and as clearly you can see because of the layouts of the boat. I mean, you see the Axopar, the 37, and it looks completely different than what this is. Let's try to race him. Adrian, hold on.
Oh, no.
He's not going.
So you have almost a dozen videos on your channel now. What is maybe the best boat for you, or which one have you liked the most?
Dude, honestly, I think I have to give it to the 37.
The Axopar?
Yeah, both the sun top and the cross cabin is just, I didn't know what Axopar was until I got into nautical ventures, and I pretty much had the same skepticism that most people have when they are approaching this new brand that they don't really know too much about, and it's primarily because of the height of the boat. So you see the height of the gunnels, you see how it sits very low. It's not as your traditional center console like we are today, where you have a big bow flare and it sits high above the water. So a lot of people doubt that when you're in Miami and you have the Atlantic Ocean, and you know it gets rough, because right now it's rough outside today. So they think it's not going to be really a safe boat. It's I don't know. They don't really exactly. So to me, the selling point was the drive of the boat, and that's what I try to promote on these. It's basically you have to drive one to be able. And you saw it. You were out on the 37, and you noticed what it was like. It's different. It's different than riding this boat. It handles completely different, and it's primarily because of its whole design and that weird shape that they've encountered. So you have a very sharp entry point, but you have a wide beam. And the fact that the boat sits low in the water, it really has nothing. There's really nothing to fear there, because once the boat is on plane, it's pretty much gliding itself on top of the water. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going too much on the Axopar while being on the Sailfish, and I don't have anything bad to say about this Sailfish. I like the boat. It's obviously it has its own market. You know, it's a center console, and most center consoles, you have to admit, they all pretty much look the same. It's just in the features that you find inside the boat and what that brand really represents that makes you go for that particular brand. But Sailfish, if you're looking for an affordable center console, an affordable dual console, but you want quality boat, you know that you want to be buying something that's gonna last for a while, it's a good boat to look at. And most Sailfish customers, if you ask them, how do you like your boat, they're all gonna tell you, man, we love it. There's really nothing bad about them. Because again, they all know what they're getting into. They all know it's not like I said, it's not a higher tier. It's not a Boston Whaler. It's not a Grady White, but it's also not a Mako. It's not a Robalo. It's not a very entry level boat. And nothing bad about those brands. It's just, again, when you look at the price points, you see the difference. In the U.S., you get what you pay for.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure you agree with that, because you can see obviously either if it's a vehicle, if it's a car, if it's a boat. Geez, another Axopar, man. I gotta say, bro, I've seen already 3 different ones today out in the water. That's a 28 cabin. Looks like a 2020 or a 2019 model. Just the guy cruising in his comfortable cabin.
Some nice air conditioning.
Some nice AC, although it's not too bad today. All right, so Giuseppe, we've been talking for a while about the boat, about pretty much everything. We're trying this new, different approach to the videos. So hopefully people like them. And as always, man, we always appreciate you coming on with us. We always appreciate your help. So yeah, if you guys like this content, let us know. We definitely want to include it more. We like it. I think we're accomplishing something a little bit different.
It was pretty fun talking to you, getting to know a little bit more about your industry and what your preferences are in boats. So I guess we'll have a great time here today. And what's the plan for the rest of the day?
Yeah, so right now we are in Miami. We are gonna pass Haulover right now. Plan is we're gonna go down to Key Biscayne, pick up some friends over at the boat ramp over there, try to go for a quick lunch, and then just enjoy the day. Out boating, see how the people like this boat, and And we can't forget, obviously, I am promoting the boat, so we got our available for immediate delivery signs ready to be posted on the boat. And you know, if somebody sees the boat and wants more information on it, it's not a bad Saturday, you know?
And if someone's interested in this boat, where can they find it online?
So this boat is actually listed already. You can see all the pictures and all the information about the boat. You can go to nauticalventures.com and see new boats. Go to the Sailfish category and you'll be able to see it. If not, if you're looking for Sailfish 320cc, you'll be able to find it in Boat Trader, Yacht World, the MLS, pretty much anywhere. We try to list our boats in all the possible sites. So yeah.
Great.
Cool.